Hi there, this is Lee Thurburn, and welcome to another episode of Livestream Lee. Today we're going to continue building an app on Adalo, and I think you're going to really enjoy this. If you're the kind of person that enjoys, reasonably technical stuff, you're going to like what the show is about today. But before I start in on that, sorry, needed to clear my throat. Before I start in on that, I want to cover just a couple of things real briefly. First of all, Apricot Rocket is my day job, and Apricot Rocket is an online software platform designed specifically to help your business grow faster by helping you get more customers, to help you attract customers and build relationships, nurture relationships. It's a community building and relationship nurturing platform. Now, if that sounds like a mouthful, just think of it as Facebook for business. It's really all about connecting up with people. So if you don't have an account and you're interested in growing your business faster, I do recommend that you go to apricotrocket.com, create yourself an account. They're free, and play around with it. And I think you're going to end up liking it. This episode and all of the other prior episodes are available historically. You can go to livestreamlee.com and see all of the episodes. About once a week, I go on and load up the previous week's episodes. I think I'm about a week behind, so I need to go do that today. But all of the episodes are archived so that you can review stuff we've covered in the past. I also stream not only to LinkedIn, but to Facebook, to Twitter, and to YouTube. So go to my YouTube channel, and they also have a historical archive of all of the episodes if you see something you'd like to follow. Before I get started today, I want to show you something that I just picked up. This is a T-shirt that a friend of mine, Bob Hurt, made. And this image on the front, I don't know if you can tell how sort of complex from a printing process it is. But those kinds of things are hard to print. This is a little painting that I did, and Bob Hurt printed that painting on a T-shirt using a process called sublimation. And it's an amazing process. And the printed shirt really looks a lot like the painting. And if you're at all interested in getting some corporate branded logo stuff like you see me wearing, or my beautiful model in the background, call Bob Hurt. Go to livestreamlee.com. You're going to see a link for Bob Hurt. Click on the Bob Hurt link. Get his information. He'll fix you up with some great quality, very affordable, custom printed, custom branded corporate apparel. Get yourself some swag. It's fun to go to networking meetings and things like that with your own swag. Now, I'm going to be talking today about building an app. And I'm going to leave this up on the screen for just a moment. And I'm also going to bring this up on the screen at the end of the day. This is a QR code that you can click on to get an app that I created, and you can put it on your phone. Doesn't cost you anything. Put it on your phone and play around with it. This app is an example of what we provide as a service. We actually build apps. And so you can go to appyrocket.com and get more details. But if you just scan this QR code with your phone, it'll make it real easy for you to download an app that has all of these functionalities. So what we call our core app has a shopping cart, your business profile, a whole bunch of other stuff built into it. You can actually give this out to people, and if you wanted to get one of these for you yourself, we offer these, but we customize them and to fit your business and put your graphics. But you can get an example downloaded and play around with it. Now, the modules that are optional, which allow us to sort of customize it to your individual business needs, are an event ticketing and scanning module. You can sell tickets, and then when somebody brings a ticket on their phone to your event, you can scan it and check them in. We have an asset inventory tracking module that allows you to take pictures and documentation, put them on the cloud of all of the assets, your art, your jewelry, valuable furniture, the tools in your truck, any of that kind of stuff, and store it for liability cases. If you have a fire or somehow have a loss, makes it real easy to prove up what was lost. We have a vendor directory app, which allows you to put a vendor directory on your cell phone. You can even sell spots to your vendors if you wanted to do that. There's a photo sharing and chat functionality app, which is a lot like having your own Instagram on your phone, one you control. And there's another app called the Audio Chat Room. It's a lot like the new audio app called Clubhouse that's out there. So these are some examples of apps that we've developed and bundle and make them incredibly affordable to you. So scan that QR code. All right, now I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to just go ahead and jump into the, let me go find it. Here it is. We're going to go ahead and jump into Adalo, and we're going to continue the development of the app that we previously were working on. And let me do this. Let me go over here. I'm just going to go ahead and make this full screen. So now we'll go ahead and share screen. Wait a second. Hide. Come on. Maybe I'll bring this up. Got myself a little confused here. Here we go. We should be sharing. Let me just double check. Come on. Remove. All right. Bear with me just a second here. Bear with me. I just want to make sure that I'm streaming this. Yes, I am. Okay, so this is full screen. Gotcha. Okay. So I logged into the Adalo app, and let me just review where we're at on this app. Adalo automatically creates for you a sign-up screen and a login screen and a home screen. Now, what we've done previously is we added a splash screen that allows you to either log in or sign up from your splash screen. Basically, you can use this as a tool to put your business card on your phone, and then when you're at networking events, people can scan the business card. Then they can download the app onto their phone, and then they can sign in, log. After they've signed up, they can come back and they can log in, and then they can do things. Okay, so first, let's do this. Let's go ahead and edit this app just a little bit. We're gonna slide this graphic up a little, and whoop, come on, let's slide the graphic up, and then we're going to put each one of these up a little higher, and I'm going to actually put a QR code right on the front of your app, and let people very quickly and easily scan your QR code without them having to go anywhere. Okay, so I've made space for an image. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the right-hand side and click Share, and I'm going to right-click and download, save this image. This is a QR code that you can share with people, and then they can load your app. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to save the image as, and I'm going to put it in a folder. Let's see. Adalo demo code. So I'm going to save that in that folder. Now I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to go open the components screen, scroll down, grab an image, drag an image over here. And now I'm going to select the image source. I'm going to upload. I'm going to click choose image, and I'm going to find the Adalo demo code. Here we go, Adalo demo code. And now you can see that it's not square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click off of the panel. I'm going to click the left arrow button, and I'm going to zoom in. And now I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to make it square, because we need the entire code to show up if you're going to be successful at getting people to scan it. So what I'm doing is I'm making it perfectly square so that we get the outside of these square, these boxes, right? So I'm also now going to just move it over and make it directly in the center. And that is now a big, we'll make it a little bit smaller because it was kind of too big, I think, just visually. So we're going to make it a little bit smaller. It's the size of your buttons. So now I'm going to back up. Now what we've done is we've put your QR code right on your home screen so that people can basically just, you can open your app and somebody can scan the front of it right then and there. It becomes a business card. Okay, so now if we preview the app and you land on the front page, that's what the front of your app will look like when somebody scans it, and or when you open it, and then you can just show your phone to somebody and they can scan it and they can download your app right there when you're at a networking event. So, okay, that's kind of cool. That's all right there. So next, let's think about what we've got here. We've got a splash screen, and somebody either signs up or they log in. They land on your home screen. There's a button that says Edit Profile. Then they click on the Edit Profile. They click on the button. They go to the Edit Profile screen. They edit their profile. There's a button down there at the bottom you don't really see. And then when they're done, they land on their profile page and they see a little bit of information here. So what would be kind of cool next to do? Well, how about we give you the ability for somebody to actually add products to a products folder. Okay, so let's make it this. We're going to, you as the app owner are going to be able to add products to a products folder. So we're going to need several different things here. First, we're going to need a database to store the products in. Okay, so I'm going to come over here on the left-hand side. I'm going to click on databases, and we're going to look at the databases that we have. We have a users database, and that's it. Now, Adalo calls a database or a table collections. So if we want to add a collection for products, we just click on Add Collection. We're going to call this Products. Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and click on Add. Now we have a database for products. Now, I'm going to open the database for products. Actually, it's open. I'm going to click on Name. I like to actually, every collection starts off with a name. So I like to basically name the fields, because if you get a large app, you get lots of different tables, and so it gets kind of confusing sometimes tracking things. So this is product name. Okay, so that's what this is. So we're just going to change that to product name. Okay, so what other properties do we have products? Well, products have a price. So a price is a number. So I'm going to add a number field, and I'm going to call this, I'm going to change the name to product underscore price. Okay, so now we have two fields for the products. Now, products are owned by somebody. Products are owned by users. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to connect the products table to the user table. Now, if you wanted to allow other people to add products to your system, which, in other words, if you were making this sort of a group directory or a group marketplace, you would want to connect products up to users. If this is an app only for you, then we're not going to worry about that. But let's just say that you want to allow people that use your app to showcase their products to each other. All right, well, how do we do that? Okay, so, well, we have to tie the products to a user. So we're going to click on Add Property. And this property is, we're going to add a relationship. So we're going to put a relationship between products and users. So if I click on users, now we have to decide what kind of relationship do we have. And Adalo gives you three types of relationships: one to many, many to one, and many to many. Now, don't get confused about this. Just think about what the questions that are asked are. A user can have multiple products, but a product belongs to one user. Yeah, that's exactly right, right? So if you have two different vendors in a marketplace, vendor A and vendor B, you know, Bob's T-shirt and Tom's candles. I mean, all the T-shirts are going to belong to Bob, and all the candles are going to belong to Tom. So Bob will have multiple T-shirts and Tom will have multiple candles. So this is the correct relationship. A user can have multiple products, but a product always belongs to one user. Well, it could be the other way around. A user can only have one product, but a product could have multiple users. Well, that doesn't make sense the way we're using it. And products can have multiple users. So Bob's T-shirts can also be sold by Tom. I mean, that doesn't make sense. I mean, so this is the correct. A user can have multiple products. So we're going to select this relationship and we're going to click done. Now, what happens when you build a relationship between two tables is Adalo puts a field, a matching field in each table. So here we are in the products table and there's a field for users. So I'm just going to save that. And then if we go up to the users table, we come down and at the bottom, we're going to have, well, let's see here. User photo. Where'd it go? Okay, so users, let's come down here. Products, we have product user. Okay, now we come up here to users. And well, you know, something weird happened. Okay, so now we got to debug what happened here. Let's go add property relationship with products. A product can have multiple users. A product can only have one user. Let's do that. Now let's see here. Well, you know what? I have a confusing thing going on right here because I don't know what. Let's see. We go to products, user. Well, let's get rid of this one because that's a duplicate. Okay, user. So I have one user per product. I don't have multiple users. Well, you know what? We got this can be confusing. So we're going to just go ahead and do this without. All right, so let's just go in and put in products. We got a product name, a product price, and let's add a product description. Okay, text. Product description. Okay, save. So now we got a product name, product price, and product description. So let's do this. Let's go into our system and let's add a screen for products. Okay, so I'm going to click on a simple screen type. We're going to call it products. Product list. Okay, now we're going to create a screen. This screen is called product list. And what we're going to do is we're going to come down to list types. And we're going to grab a custom list and we're going to come over here and drop it in. And the first thing that the system wants to know is what is this a list of? So it's either users or products. This is products. And we're going to filter or put all products in the list. Okay, so now we want to put some product characteristics or variables in this list. Well, I just realized that products should also have pictures or images. So we're going to come back over here to the database and we're going to add a property for an image. We're going to call this product image, product photo. So we'll save that. And in keeping with our naming convention of underscores, product description. So there we go. So now what we're going to do is we've clicked on and highlighted the custom list type. And now I'm going to zoom in a little bit farther. I'm going to highlight, click on title. And so I'm double clicking on title and I'm just going to grab the left boundary and move it over. And I'm going to click on subtitle and I'm going to move it over. So we've made space for a picture here on the left-hand side. Okay, so notice that right now this top row is highlighted and the other rows are not. Well, this is what's called a repeating list. We're going to build a model for the first cell, the first row, and we're going to put data into this first row that'll repeat as we have multiple products going down the page. So let's just do this real simply. I'm going to double click on title, and over here on the left hand side, the word title comes up, and then there's magic text. So if I click on the magic text and I click current product name, I'm going to now click in front of the little red box, which is the variable, and remove the word title. Okay, so now if I click over on the right, you'll see that product name shows up. And I'm going to double click on subtitle. I'm going to click on magic text, current product price. Okay, and since this is just a number, I'm going to put the word price, semicolon, space, and then $, so that when the price is displayed, it displays with a $sign in front of it because it's just a raw amount. Now, if I also wanted to have a description, I need to make more space over here on the right-hand side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here on the right-hand side, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit farther, and I'm making this just a little bit larger. And so now I'm clicking in this space, and I'm going to double click in the background. Notice that there's a shaded box. I'm going to double click in the background, and I've highlighted that. And I'm going to grab the bottom edge, and I'm going to move it down a little bit to make some room. Then I'm going to grab the product name, and I'm going to move it up. I'm going to grab the product price, so I'm going to move it up. And now, while the product price field is highlighted, I'm going to do Control C for copy, and then Control V for print. Notice it got a little darker. Now I can grab and just bring this down. And so I'm going to go ahead and change this. Keys, they're upstairs, baby. Sorry. Okay. So now we're just going to put the magic text for description in here, current product description. That fits in. Now we're going to put the picture over here on the left-hand side. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit, come back over and open the components, grab a picture image, drag it up and put it inside of this custom list box. Now you'll notice that it starts to layer it down. Well, this indicates that the picture is inside of the custom list. So you'll notice that I've got little round draggy tools on the corner. So I'm going to grab the corner and I'm going to make this much smaller. And I'm going to zoom in so that I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to grab the corner and I'm going to fit it inside of the box space. And that way the image fits to the left. Now, I could round the corners, I could do other things, but first we have to tell the system what this is an image of. So if I highlight it, I go to image source, select database, current product photo, and now we have a row set up with a product photo, a product name, a product price, and a product description all ready to be displayed. Okay, so now as I come back, the question kind of becomes, great, now we have all this, how do we get the data into the system? Well, there's basically two ways. The first way is for you to actually add the data yourself. So I'm going to click on database over here. We're going to go to products. It says 0 records. I'm going to click here. And then while we're in the products area, I can click on add product and I can give a product a name. Roxy photo, price $10. Description, this is a picture of our dog. And I can click on choose image and I can go get a photo. Let's go find a photo of my dog. I don't know where I have my dog photos. So I'm just going to actually have to do oh, maybe I've got a photo of my dog here under Lee Thurburn, dog. Here we go. Here's a photo of the dog. And she just came in the room. So now we've got a photo of Roxy. and that image didn't show up because it's kind of large. So I'm going to put, I'll just put my photo in here. I know this one works. There we go. Choose an image, save the image, and now we have saved. Email already exists. Okay, so I'm not saving an email. Will this actually save? Folks, I'm having a little bit of an issue with some of the data sets. So you know what? This is what you encounter when you're developing. So we're going to go debug this. We actually have just about run out of time today. So, you know, come back tomorrow and we'll finish this up. All right. So I'm going to knock that out and come back over here and remove. And can you tell I'm a little bit red from embarrassment? I mean, hopefully this was going to work just perfectly. Actually, I have a couple of minutes left, but well, let's go ahead and go back in and see if we can't. Actually, I'm gonna do some debug so that I can show this to you actually live tomorrow, and we're gonna fix it. But I'm gonna figure out what the issue is and show you tomorrow. You know, this is one reason, these kinds of things, this is one reason why, you know, it takes so long to figure out how to use these technologies to build things. You know, and that's one reason why, you know, we offer apps that have already been debugged and work so that you don't have to go through this process. But come back tomorrow, 3 o'clock, and we will continue working on this particular app, and I will figure out how to make it work with you. Okay, cheers. Oh, by the way, I want to tell you about another friend of mine, Bob Hampton. Bob is an exit planning specialist. He is a financial planner that helps businesses prepare for the future, and especially for the future when they decide they're going to sell their business. So, you know, if you have a business and you're getting close to the point in time when you are thinking about selling your business, go to livestreamly.com, click on the Bob Hampton link, and get in touch with Bob. Bob is a guy that can help you make sure that you pay the minimum amount of tax possible to the federal government, which of course is one way for you to end up with the maximum amount of money when you retire. Bob Hampton, great guy to know. Go to livestreamly.com and click on the link. Thanks for watching for today, and we will continue this project tomorrow at 3 o'clock.